The latest season of The Bachelor has come to a close, and as Chris Harrison would call it, it was the most dramatic season yet. An unmemorable Bachelor has produced a memorable and rather manipulated season. From golf cart injuries to Champagne Gate, the highly talked about and memed season was unsurprisingly drama-filled. Here are the top 10 most dramatic moments from Peter's season of The Bachelor. Number 10, Peter's head injury. If you watched this season, then you unfortunately fell witness to the worst cover-up of an injury The Bachelor has ever seen. In Costa Rica, Peter, while holding a glass, hit his head on a golf cart. The impact caused him to hit the glass on his forehead, leaving a wound requiring stitches and a nasty scar. The fake story he told the women of being in a fight with a puma proved to be funnier and more uncomfortable than the injury itself. Number 9, Hannah Brown returns not once, but twice. Hannah Brown's appearance on Peter's premiere was a sweet way to give Peter closure and help him continue his journey to find love, until she returned the next episode to host the pilot's first group date. The former bachelorette broke down crying, admitting to Peter that she regretted ending their relationship. The emotional conversation reached its climax with Peter offering Hannah a place in the mansion, which she turned down. Number 8, Alayah comes back. After many women stressed their concerns about Alayah to Peter, he sent her home, but was extremely regretful about his decision. Alayah returned the next week to a group date she was not invited to and ended up receiving the group date rose anyway. The women decided enough was enough and that it was not okay for Peter to continue rewarding girls that brought drama. He grudgingly agreed and told Alayah to leave once again. Number 7, Mykenna and Tammy's heated fight. After weeks of bickering and nasty comments, Tammy and Mykenna earned themselves spots on this season's 2-on-1 date. Tammy expressed to Mykenna that she did not believe she was there for the right reasons and only wanted to build her brand. Mykenna clapped back and gave one of the season's best monologues, stating that she was a strong woman and didn't want people like Tammy to tear her down anymore and make her feel weak. Tammy was sent home, leaving Mykenna hopeful of her and Peter's budding relationship. However, she ended up being sent home at the rose ceremony just minutes later. Number 6, Victoria F's first one-on-one date. Victoria F's one-on-one date seemed absolutely perfect, a concert from country singer Chase Rice, until Victoria revealed that Chase was actually her ex-boyfriend. It was clear to the viewers that the Bachelor producers were the masterminds behind the too-good-to-be-true coincidence. This setup led to a very stressed Victoria and a baffled Peter. Number 5, Madison's Ultimatum. On the week of the long-awaited fantasy suites, Madison, a frontrunner for Peter's heart from the beginning, explained to Peter that she may not be able to continue their journey if he were to sleep with either of the remaining women. Although claiming this request was not an ultimatum, most fans and Peter himself saw it as such. After Peter's other fantasy suite dates were over, Madison revealed to Peter that she was actually saving herself for marriage, providing reasoning for her request. Number 4, Peter's head injury. If you watched this season, then you unfortunately fell witness to the worst cover-up of an injury The Bachelor has ever seen. In Costa Rica, Peter, while holding a glass, hit his head on a golf cart. The impact caused him to hit the glass on his forehead, leaving a wound requiring stitches and a nasty scar. The fake story he told the women of being in a fight with a puma proved to be fun. Number 3, Peter's mom Barb crying over her son's decision. Throughout the entire season, a clip of Barb, Peter's mother, hysterically crying, "Don't let her go, bring her home to us," had Bachelor fans waiting on the edge of their seats to finally find out who she was talking about. After Madison's shocking self-elimination, a majority of Bachelor Nation believed Barb wanted Peter to go after her. However, the finale revealed Barb was actually crying about how perfect she believed Hannah Ann was for her son. Number 2, Peter ends his engagement with Hannah Ann. After a season full of twists and turns, Peter ended up proposing to Hannah Ann in Australia. However, due to his failure to fully get over Madison and inability to find closure with Hannah Brown, whose season he previously competed on, Peter admitted to Hannah Ann that he couldn't give her his whole heart and ended their engagement. Number 1, Champagne Gate. And lastly, my absolute favorite moment of the season was when Kelsey brought a bottle of champagne from home to share with Peter. The bottle, however, was accidentally taken and opened by Hannah Ann, leading to many tears from Kelsey. When Kelsey finally got to share the bottle and what she hoped would be a beautiful moment with Peter, the bottle exploded in her face. This moment, which has since been dubbed Champagne Gate, can best be described by Hannah Ann, who beautifully explained it as a finasco instead of a fiasco. Overall, I definitely would agree with Chris Harrison about this season being the most dramatic one yet. However, there is no doubt in my mind that the next one will inevitably top it. While I'm sure many of you are waiting anxiously to see Claire go on her journey to find love, A season which will hopefully be filled with less Instagram influencers, The Bachelor's latest spin-off series, Listen to Your Heart, premiering April 13th, will have to fill the rose-shaped hole in our heart for the time being.